What's up, guys? Frizzy here, and I have a special guest with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
No. Hey guys, I'm Lazor. This is Matt on this channel. Sup.
And usually I have a buddy of mine, Kentucky, with me, but he's in college and he's very busy. And honestly, I haven't talked to him in a while. So we're gonna be doing this with Lazor, and this is the Return to Ravnica spoiler podcast. Let's talk. Good times. As
13th of September. So
I do these without the full spoiler because fucking doing all the copying, pasting, and downloading pictures is so annoying. So the sooner the better. I could do this with one card, really, and just talk about it for 30 minutes. So, alright, and we'll just get right into cards here. The first card I see, Angel of Serenity.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
That card, let's see, 5/6 flyer. You can exile some shit.
Ooh, it costs 7.
You can. It's a good thing that it's not what they control, so you could do some shenanigan. But yeah, it costs 7. I don't know. There's any use for it in anything, not even in limited.
I guess you could in standard. You could run it and a lot of mass removal. If you went with your own creatures, that would really be the only way. It'd be a good sideboard card against mass removal, I mean.
I guess. I think...
But it still costs 7.
I'm trying to even think of, like, would somebody play it in the Frights, the Imperial Rights deck, but I don't think you even want to play that. You'd rather play, like, Angels of Glory Rise in the sideboard or something. Nothing really good there. Let's see here.
Oh, at least it puts them to their owner's hands. So if you've already lost some bunch of good cards, you can go from your graveyard. So when he does die, at least you're going to restock your hand a little bit.
Yeah. I didn't even read that. It goes into your graveyard, too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it goes from graveyards and auto creature from battlefield.
Jesus. I'm so bad.
You get rid of a threat and 2 cards that might have already been killed.
I'm so bad at noticing, like, combos. I bet you there's going to be, like, some sick, dumb combo that somebody comes up with these types of cards.
I'm usually okay at that, but I can't see one for this because I'm not used to playing white. With black, green, and red, I can usually see combos like instantly, but white, not so much.
Alright, next card, Martial Law. That seems like a good draft card, but outside of that, it's pretty
it's too expensive for what it is.
In draft, I'll slam first pick this all day.
Yeah, I usually think of it as standard though. I'm not used to drafts and stuff. Yeah. I don't get to play them.
Well, see, there's the nice barrier. I'll be the draft guy. You'll be the standard guy. Like that. Precinct Captain. I'm excited about this card. This card's pretty good.
Yeah, it's the captain that they probably meant to put into Avacyn Restored because they didn't have a captain then when every other tribal did.
They might have did that. Yeah,
that's the first thing I thought of it, and then they made it to go with the populate mechanic, which is pretty sweet.
It's really good. A buddy of mine plays tokens, like the standard tokens, the usual deck list, black-white. And he's so geeked up about this card. He really loves it.
What's the other 2-cost Vigilance first strike guy? That's also double white. With both of these guys in your deck, it'd be a nice
Inquisitor
set of 2-drops, yeah.
Tokens, you probably will rather want Captain, but in like a general white deck, yeah, both of those guys
are pretty sweet.
Pretty damn good. Mono white, I could see mono white being a thing now with Populate. It's pretty good.
Yeah, which isn't good for me.
I'm going to talk about this card since we're talking about Populate. Rootborn Defenses, which was like the first card spoiled because some idiot put it in a Magic 2013 pack. And did you know that? This is the first card spoiled, and what happened was a guy opened his M13 pack, and Rootborn Defenses actually happened to be in there. So he's like, I got the first spoiled card.
This card. What is it?
It's they probably don't have it up there yet, but it's an instant for 3, 2, and a plains. Populate. Creatures you control are indestructible this turn. It's a nice little trick, and it does what it's supposed to with the Populate mechanic.
Oh, my neck. I'm just loading it up right now. In a sec.
I think Populate's a really, really cool mechanic, but I don't think it's going to get a whole lot of play in standard. It has to be like a bonkers Populate card.
Yeah. I think Green White's going to be good, but I don't think it's going to be because of Populate.
Yeah. It's going to be because of other sweet cards that we'll get to later.
Oh, yeah, that one. You showed me that one ages ago. I remember that.
Yeah, that was...
Indestructible and populate.
Yes. It's a good combat trick.
It's gonna be annoying as shit.
It's gonna be annoying if you're playing against somebody who's like playing blue-white and Geist the same draft, and they swing in with their Geist, and then they play that, and then they keep a 4/4 Angel. It's pretty nice.
Well, there's mass removal that can't be countered. You play that instead.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
Supreme Verdict. It's just because it cannot be regenerated on it. So
that card is annoying. We'll go into blue. Cyclonic Rift.
Looks nice. I guess the 7 Overload version could be good for Grixis.
That's the way better. Oh my god. Oh, you play this for Overload, you're so happy.
Yeah, I just think Grixis when I think that card, just for some reason immediately, because it's only 1 blue for the Overload as well.
Yeah.
It's not even like double blue, which I think it probably should be. Maybe 5 in double blue, or 4 in double blue. But that's pretty nice late game. Rip off the top. That's a game winner.
Pretty much like a miracle in itself, but people don't like the fact that you can't return your own creatures. You know, resetting on the Restoration Angel and the Snapcaster Mages, that's kind of bad.
Yeah.
So you probably only want to play this for an Overload cost anyway.
Yeah, because it's down control. True. I probably won't run it anyway, but it looks like it could wreck the populate mechanic.
I love the Overload mechanic. I think that's pretty decent mechanic. It's not OP. It's not like Bonfire of the Damned, where you just fucking draw it out the top and then pay everything to win the game.
Yeah.
Whereas Overload... Oh my god.
I've done this quite a few.
I haven't been Bonfired yet, because not a lot of people play it at my draft, because it's such an expensive card, not everybody has it. Which, I had one, by the way, and I traded when it was $20, and I regret that so bad.
It's like 22 quid now, which is about $28.
It's a $40 card now, my friend.
Yeah.
New Jace for 4 mana. What do you think?
I think it's pretty terrible, but yeah, there you go. I think it's pretty bad.
I think Wizards really had a prime opportunity here to actually make a good 2-mana Planeswalker. Minus the loyalty counters, make it 2. And for, 2 blue, and you got a good turn 2 Factor Fiction, or you could do the +1. It'd be it wouldn't be OP, and it'd be a pretty good 2-drop Planeswalker. Way better than Tibalt.
Yeah, that forecast though makes it pretty... I don't like it. The neg 2 just isn't good enough, I feel, and the ultimate is okay, but it's going to take you forever to get there.
For 4 mana, the neg 2 isn't good.
Yeah.
If it was for 2, it'd be amazing. Just Factor Fiction for 2 would be pretty nice. But yeah, I mean, it's there's nothing bonkers about it. Nothing great.
Which is new for Jace, I guess.
They're so afraid of printing a good chase.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Sphinx of Chimes. This is like, what is it? It's like that card in Duels of the Planeswalkers.
It's activated ability, though, isn't it? Is that discarded 2 non-land
Oh yeah,
cards?
that's right. It is an activated ability. Excuse me.
Sweet. I thought I might have been wrong. But it's still 2 non-land cards with the same name. And unless you're playing blue-black and you have 2 Gravecrawlers in hand, it's going to be pretty difficult to part with it. But it's still 6 cost. I guess it's lucky if you get to use its ability, and if you want to use its ability.
What do you think about the new counter, the Syncopate?
The reprint?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Pretty much.
The art's kind of weird.
Let me check the art. Hold up. Art check.
It's a girl. It's
like, oh no, you didn't. You ain't playing this spell, girl.
That's what it is. That is basically what it is.
I just noticed that. That's pretty good.
But it's
I like it.
But I don't know. I don't think it's Mana League, which is what they were probably trying to get with it. I don't think it's Mana League.
I think it kind of is Mana League. It's just a worst or a bad version of it. I still think it's good.
If you fully tap out, you're fucked. But
here's the thing: you just play it when they're tapped out, and that's the thing with Mana Leak. When it's late in the game, it's fucking useless. This you might actually be able to play it late in the game, maybe. Like if they're gonna play, you know, a Dross Messenger and they have 7 mana back, and you're like, oh, I got all this untapped mana, let me counter your shit.
I know it's gonna piss me the fuck off because I hate playing blue, so I'm not happy to see it.
I like playing blue, but not in that way. I like self-mill blue. I don't like counters all that much either.
I think Essence Scatter and Negate are better, personally.
Yeah. Negate mostly because, Negate right now, I think, when everything rotates, Negate's going to be pretty good because Cavern Souls, once people drop that, you're not going to be countering their creatures anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to just... Cavern Souls really... God. I love that card, and I hate that card. I think for them to be hosing such a fundamental basic of the game, like, counters has been around since the beginning of time.
Because of Snapcaster.
Because of Snapcaster. Basically.
We look at it, it's been, ages since Snapcaster came out? Like 2-3 sets since Snapcaster came out, and they're still making cards purposely to counter it.
They just hate it, but it's still going to be a thing. They still have some sweet cards.
Like that 4/4 that we'll get to later, for example.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. Desecration Demon. I love it.
I love this guy.
You do? Sweet.
Yeah, because he's in black. Lay him turn 4, he's a 6/6, so they sacrifice a guy if you do it main phase 1. So he's already got 1 kill.
Mm-hmm.
Turn 5, you mutilate for 5, he doesn't die, and now he's just going to kill anything that enters the field. It's a pretty...
That power toughness is so good.
It's going to fuck it, though.
Yeah. That power toughness is so... It's so good, and... I hear what people are saying about why this card could be bad, and it's the fact, where they're going to have a lot of guys to tap it down, or they'll just chump block it or whatever. But in a right deck, it's going to be good. If you're playing blue-black control, black-red control, this card's really good. It's a finisher. You're winning with this card.
As soon as I saw this, I was just like, okay, why would they print that? Clearly they want Populate to do really well.
Yeah.
Or they just released Mutilate, and there's Killing Wave also in the format for black. That's mass removal.
Yep.
There's Bonefires, not Bonfire, I keep calling it Bonefire. It's destroying everything at the moment. And they want this guy to be a 4-cost 6/6 flyer that can get stronger and kill things. I'm
playing this in my Heartless Summoning deck, just to get him out on turn 3. Bam. So good. Rat.deck. Do you like this card? Rat.deck?
I imagine it in Legacy with the rat that you can have as many of them as you want in your deck. There's that guy that has that ability. That'd be hilarious.
It's pretty good. I was thinking, in Standard, I was thinking, well, how many rats do we have? We have Typhoid rats.
I know 2.
We got Ravenous rats.
Which no one will run.
Pack rat. Well, Ravenous rats is... I would build that deck just to be annoying.
The 4-cost 3/3. No one's going to run Ravenous Rats because of the 4-cost 3. No, the 3-cost 4/4.
Which one? What are we talking about?
Loxton Smiter.
Oh, shit. Never mind.
No one's going to run Ravenous Rats.
I totally... We'll get the Smiter, but fucking A, that card's such a hoser. But,
That's I was like, Pack Rat's nice, and they brought out Smiter, and I was like, well, no one's going to run Pack Rat now, because the only good thing is Ravenous and Typhoid at the moment.
And this card is such an underrated mechanic right now, I feel, because we have cards like Gravecrawler.
Yeah.
And we're soon going to have a card like Lotlift Troll where you just discard to just feed into it. But like Gravecrawler and the Slitherhead, the 1-drop that has Scavenge for 0, those cards are pretty damn good. And those are cards that you want to discard.
Self-decard in Modern might become popular again because of, the fact that it's going to be in Modern, there's Lawless Trolls. Well, there will be Lawless Trolls, Gravecrawlers, Bloodghast, and Vengevine. And Fauna Shaman.
Good cards.
Which was based on my old deck, was Fauna Shaman, Bloodghast, and Vengevine. So it'd be pretty interesting to see how that works. And with Lawless Troll in there, it's just going to be fucking nuts balls.
It's gonna be fun playing with cards like Pack Rat and Lotlift Troll for sure. Especially in draft, to just do some stuff. Underworld Connections. I don't see a lot of hype about this card. I think this card's pretty good.
It's still black. That's probably why.
It's the 1 and double black enchantment.
Yeah,
enchant your land. Draw a card.
There'd be a lot more about it if it was 2 colors and a block. But I feel like its double block kind of lets it down a little bit. But I always like drawing cards in black, which is rare and probably shouldn't exist, but it does.
If you're not drawing cards, and I mean, you know, you had cards like Phyrexian Arena that I don't remember, but I know like those are huge card draw cards in black, and Underworld Connection.
Signing Blood and Disciple of Bolas in Standard.
Oh my god, Bolas is so good, by the way.
I've got 4 of them, I know how good it is.
I have 3, and I'm going to be playing them.
I got 4 the first week it came out. Sweet.
I think Black Control, like, there's going to be a new deck, and it's going to be Black Control, and it might play Underworld Connections. I could totally see it happening.
There's also, you have to remember, there's also Shocklands will be in the format, and if you know anything about how Ravnica used to play, you used to bring yourself down pretty low with Shocklands alone.
Oh, yeah.
Down to the 14s and
That's
the 12s.
true.
So Underworld Connections paying even more life.
Yeah.
And you're wasting a land for the turn if you I mean, you might not need it, but still.
Alright, Chaos Imps. I love this card. This card also goes into my Heartless Summoning deck.
Yeah.
Get out on turn 4, and it's going to have Trample all the time. Why would you not want to play for Unleash? Like, maybe when you're low on life?
Yeah, I was having this conversation with a friend at F&M. He was saying that Unleash is a negative ability to you, and I was like, the thing is about Rakdos is that he's supposed to be aggressive, but this was before Chaos Imps was like properly revealed, and there wasn't really that many good Unleash cards at the time, but I feel like it could be good, especially in Heartless Summoning, definitely.
Yeah.
Get further down on the field, or how you pronounce it, the give all your creeps haste. You suddenly have a 7/6 haste trample on the field that flies. Turn 4?
Turn 4, yeah. That's the way it would go. But for anybody that doesn't know, I play my Heartless Summoning black, red, green, not black, blue, like usually.
So Jump.
Pretty much, but it's like just play big bombs, like Thundermaw Hellkite. Right now it's Thundermaw Hellkite, Massacre Worms, Thragtusk, Acidic Slimes to pop early lands and stuff like that. But when everything rotates, Chaos Imps is going in there immediately.
I can see quite a few cards you can run. Currently
I'm having fun with this. This is definitely like really good for me. Guild Feud continues the tradition of big red shit cards that are ridiculous.
Yup, agreed.
I had the owner of the store that I go to explain this card to me because I literally did not know what it meant, and I read it like 4 or 5 times.
It's one card fights another, and it's one of the rares that they put out for red, which are really expensive and are shit.
Exactly.
And they do it every time.
Like
Alpha Ball, main example.
Those cards did something, but they cost so much and are just so ridiculous.
All-Stump Surge, really good card, but 6 mana.
Yeah.
They're always 5 colours and 1 red, it seems.
World Fire, fucking
the only good
6
one
and
that
3 reds.
The only good one they've ever done is Burn at the Stake.
Burn at the Stake is a really good card. See, but that's costed right. It's at 5, you know? You could play that in Goblins.
But I mean, that's one of the few big red cards that are rares that they've printed, and just, that works.
Did 30 damage to a guy in my Goblins deck out of F&M.
I did
with
480.
Okay, never mind. You totally topped me on that. Thank you, appreciate it.
No problem. My red and white is purposely token. It's token battle him. So it's got devils playing, lots of flashback shit. It's pretty sweet.
Oh my god. That's...
I was like, okay, and I'll hit you for 480. And it was just like, he was playing life games, so he was at 370 life and was just really cocky.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he was playing a really bad, really terrible life game, as in it's terrible for me.
I think that's like...
just still get 1 hit KO.
That's like the first or second time ever that, doing more than 20 damage with a Burn at the Stake actually was relevant?
Yeah, that wasn't even the highest he's got. I think there was a game where it was him versus a Hydra elf deck. Yeah. And it was hilarious because the Hydra was at like 700 counters, and he was just jumping. And it's a trample, clearly, so he's just jumping. Like, 1/1 guys and living, and then just gaining 200 life the next turn.
Okay, that's awesome.
Rock's Faith Mother.
All right, I'm gonna steer away from that depressing conversation of just gaining all that life.
I hate that pet.
Mizium
has a blue control now. So much better.
Oh, okay.
Said sarcastically.
By the way, at Mini Masters for the Magic Celebration Day or whatever, I had a sweet. My first pack I opened had Primadox Thragtusk, so pretty good right there.
We didn't do Mini Masters. We did a sealed.
Did you still get free packs?
People turned up, so we all got 6 free boosters.
Oh, that's sweet, man. That's great. I
got nothing good because it's me.
I lost. I lost the first game to this guy who he had Rock's Faith Mender and Elixir of Immortality. He gained 40 life in one game.
Nice.
I lost one game to him, but I didn't lose the match. So I was able to win all 3 matches. And I opened in a Johnny and a Chroma's Memorial to go with that Thragtusk. So it was pretty good. Pretty good openings for me.
I literally opened fuck all, whatever booster. I can give me like 50 boosters, I'll open fuck all.
Hey, they were free. Free boosters.
I'm not going to turn down free boosters ever, but free boosters that have like spell twines in, I'm not happy.
I love spell twine and draft, but yeah, you get pissed off when you open that card. Like, here's what it is. When I see spell twine, I'm thinking, oh, cool, I'm going to play this in draft, but I know it's going to wheel to me, so I'm going to pick something else.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway.
Deadbridge Goliath. We're going in the green now.
Are we? How about Mizium?
Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. Mizium Mortar. Excuse me. That card's awesome, by the way.
That card's pretty sweet.
It's like a Flame Slash. Yeah, price is definitely right on it. I wish it was an instant, though, since like Flame Slash was just 1 red and an uncommon. But it being a sorcery for 1 and 1 red, pretty good in draft. It's going to kill most things, and the overload cost is very affordable.
I won't say it's great in draft because it's a rare.
Yeah, well,
that would be my reasoning.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you're only ever the chance of you getting more than 1 is little to none.
Yes.
And running Mizium Mortars, you don't really want to run it by yourself. But it's just the 1 in any deck, to be honest.
So basically, it ends up being a planar cleansing in red because if you do have Mizium Mortars, you're right. You're not gonna have more than 1, and it just ends up being removed.
Bonfire for 4, doesn't it? It goes a bonfire for 4 for 6 mana.
Yeah.
Doesn't do players.
Yeah, doesn't do players, but I still love this card. I think it's pretty good. I think it's gonna see play considering the fact that there's not a lot of mass removal, and I think a deck like Red Green Ramp might want to play this card.
If I pull it, I'll play it, but I won't go out my way to get one. Yeah. I don't think.
Deadbridge Goliath, big 5/5 for 4 insect. That's amazingly costed. Its scavenge is pretty high.
It's an insect. I've noticed quite a few things about wizards. They like insect I don't know, they just like the insect type because they tend to be decently good. Mm-hmm. And a 4-cost 5/5 is pretty new, I'd like to say. I mean, it's nice, I like it. Definitely mono green worthy, I'd feel. They've
been really, like, with the Smiter and this guy, and there might be, like, another person where it's, like, cheap creatures that have big power and toughness. Like,
yeah, they're just, I don't know, I guess they just wanted to, like, a block. Like, something that you could play and it would just be a complete inconvenience for your opponents and they can't attack anymore or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, because of the amount of beatdown decks that have been in the format recently, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense why they would, but they've done that. That's what they've done. They just made a huge, like, something in the way.
It's a big guy, and if you kill it, if you're able to kill it, if it hits that graveyard, you got to worry about it in 2 turns, exactly.
Especially in Golgari. Oh my god.
Golgari, it's fucking beating. Death's Presence. I like this card a lot too, but with that said, I don't think it sees any actual play. I just love the idea of this card.
It's... do you know what Feed the Pack is?
Yes, I know what Feed the Pack is.
It's the same kind of concept. Except that I feel that Feed the Pack's better.
Yeah, but you could play both of them and just... You could play both of them and be a complete dick.
and run a parallel lives while you're at it.
Exactly. Get fucking triple dudes with all these counters. That game would take a long time, because at some point you're just going to be like, do I put a counter on this wolf or that wolf? I'm not too sure.
And you just sit there with your Garruk Primal. No, not Garruk Primal. The Garruk of the Veil or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Garruk Relentless. And you just ultimate him. +X.
And swing in. See, we just made a deck right there. Probably never see play, but it sounds fun. That's for sure.
Probably see play my F&M though. That sounds fun. I'd play it.
Alright. Wild Beast Master. That goes into the fucking parallel lives. What's it? Death's Presence, all that crap.
I was pissed when I saw this morning. Because I have a deck that it fits in perfectly. But that deck's finished.
So you don't know what to take out?
Me. So I'm like, okay, this card's fantastic, but, right, I have no room for it. Because I could easily make that a 9/9? Turn 5? In fact,
swing
turn
in.
4, I could get him down turn 2, I could get the double counter down guy down turn 3, and then give him +8/+8 turn 5.
Yep. Would have been amazing.
I'll probably run him.
Would have been amazing if he was like overrun guy and he gave all the creatures trample too. But that would have been a bit much. So
I don't think it matters. If you can get it that ridiculous, I really feel like it shouldn't matter at that point. I mean, trample's nice, but populate's only so good when you have tokens on the field. Mm-hmm. And if you've just been forced to trample everything that just got +8/+8.
I feel like he's going to be a deck archetype in draft. Like, if you have a certain deck, you want that guy. Like, that guy gets first picked all day. Speaking of big trampling worms...
Willspire. That card's hilarious.
I hope they print worms. Like, more worms. Because I'm thinking of, like, something cheap with, like, Descendant's Path, and you just flip this guy over. Bam.
I really wish, this is like the first time I will say that there was a flavor text, because I don't understand how it fits into Ravnica at all.
Oh, let me see the picture. Maybe we'll get some...
There's no flavor text. No. It says, trample, when it dies, put 3 worms onto the field, and then shuffle it back into your library whenever it's pulled from the library, from the graveyard, from anywhere. So if it's milled, it goes back in your library, etc.
It looks more like a Dark Ascension creature than a Return to Ravnica.
So I'm just thinking it's like, doesn't particularly fit in Ravnica, but they just wanted something huge and green, so that people might run, what's the 10 cost, put anything on the field forever card.
Alright, here comes the fun part, where we talk about all the multicolored, ridiculous cards.
The Golden Age.
Exactly. Abrupt Decay. I love this card, goes right into my green-black zombies, it's good removal.
Yeah.
Won't get countered.
It's the card to counter the white-black can't be countered card. No, the white-green can't be countered card.
So one thing we've learned over the last year is that Wizards really hates counter cards.
I think they made one for each guild. I don't know if there's a Rakdos one out yet, but there's going to be one for each
guild.
There
probably will be one.
Countered.
If I had to guess.
It's probably going to be the staple per guild, is that you will probably run it.
Yeah. I love Abrupt Decay. I think it's... I wish it destroyed lands, too. Because if you're not going to be able to kill a Huntmaster of the Fells, which is really relevant, I wish it just did, like, at least 4 or lands. Like, give me one.
It is Mana Leak and Removal 4.
Exactly. It kills...
I'm just like, wait a second. Yeah, that's great.
What's really nice is it kills Ajani, and it kills Liliana.
Yeah, but Liliana isn't going to get any play now.
I don't know.
Smiter. Same reason.
Oh my god, that's so ridiculous, dude.
And Liliana.
Every time I keep trying to defend certain cards, you're like, Smiter. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's...
Smiter.
As soon as I read that card, I was like, well, fuck that. I was going to buy 2 Lilianas, but...
Ridiculous. Okay, Archon of the Triumphant, the white-blue... Archon, yeah, flyer. It's huge. It's definitely a win condition in draft, but other than that, it's not all that good.
Yes, because it only has fucking 4 power for a 7-cost creature.
Exactly. So we're not going to even talk about it. Carnival Hellsteed.
Can we talk about Augur Spree?
Sure. Or you know what? We got to talk about the charm too. But Augur Spree is a good card. Good draft card.
I love that card like too much because I feel like it's a removal early game and a buff late game.
Yeah.
And I think with Rakdos, it is like a perfect fit into Rakdos.
It's like 80% removal, 20% beatdown.
Yeah, it's just okay. I need to kill in this turn. I've got a Titanic Growth in hand, or it's shit. That guy's going to annoy me. I've got the Lesser Dismember in hand.
Very, very, very flexible. This is a first pick card in draft. If you're playing black, if you're playing like a black red deck, I could see them playing that in like vampires.
Definitely, I just really like that card, and I mean I think 3 mana. I think it just is good. I think it's just really good. It's no Dreadball, but it's definitely equivalent of Murder, I'd like to say.
Yeah.
As in worth.
Nothing is a Dreadbore, let's be honest.
Yeah,
I don't think there's anything out there. I like Dreadbore better.
Isn't Terminate instant though?
Doesn't Dreadbore destroy everything though?
It
destroys Planeswalkers. Creatures of Planeswalkers. So I'll give you Terminate, but it's still...
And Terminate was a fucking uncommon.
It's pretty... Yeah, whereas this one is... Oh, I thought it was a mythic. Oh, it's a rare. Whatever. Alright, next card. Carnival Hellsteed, which is another... I don't know if I would play this guy in my Heartless Summoning, but he's sweet nonetheless.
He's hilarious. That's what he is. Right, this is where Unleash is kind of strange, because he has 2 other abilities other than Unleash, and both of them are completely opposite. Because First Strike is a defensive ability, and Haste is an offensive ability, and Unleash gives you the option to utilize one more than the other. So if you don't go with the Unleash, First Strike is more valuable to you. And if you do go with Unleash, then Haste is more valuable to you. It's just a really weird card, and it just and the fact that the picture of the 2-headed like goat horse thing.
Oh my god!
Kind of shows that it's like split between the ideas, and I really like that.
It's a devil horse, man. That's what it is. Devil horse for the win.
It's a shit Cerberus. We all know.
I like the card. I might play it in my... Just because of the fact that it has haste. Haste is very relevant for my Heartless Summoning deck to get huge bombs out on turn 3. Like, Sealess Conscripts. I consistently get that guy on turn 3, and it's totally annoying for my opponent, and it's very relevant.
Yeah, I can't see game played in Standard, but Draft, definitely your Heartless Summoning sounds like it would be actually a really good fit, because... Well, it fits any situation when it's played. That's the thing. It can be a defensive card, it can be an offensive card. And I think 6 mana, even though it's real expensive, I think that fits it perfectly.
Collective Blessing.
Yeah, that's what I meant by OP, by the way, was Collective Blessing. That card's going to be played so much, and I'm going to hate it.
I think they correctly priced it.
Yes.
Because if you're an aggro deck, you should be able to beat them before they get to turn 6. But with that said, this card is pretty good. Thank God it didn't give it trample, because then it'd be really good.
I had to read it twice to make sure there wasn't trample.
Yeah.
But there is Rampant Green.
Yes, there is Rampant Green.
I've learned from playing a friend's deck that was green-white that Tempest Steel is really, really good. And giving anything +3/+3 at any point in the game is fantastic. So
you think this will have more of a modern effect then, right?
I'm not sure, but I think it can be played. I think I'll see it at my FNM. I'd probably see it turn 4, turn 5 at my FNM.
Next,
Arbor Elves and Avacyn Pearl or something stupid.
Yeah, the elves are going to like this card for sure. Next card, Corpse Jack Menace.
My favourite card that has been released so far.
Really? Wow. I'll let you talk about this then, because this card's pretty cool. I like the fact that it's a fungus, because, I mean, come on, you don't have enough of those, really. Annoying.
It is insanely good. It is just so good.
This combos really well with that Lot Lift Troll, by the way.
Yeah, it goes well with Lilith Troll, it goes well with... But just increasing savagery, just is anything that puts a counter on anything is doubled in value when Corpse Jack Man is on the field.
Yeah.
And it goes so well with Jared as well, because suddenly Jared is sacrificing 16/16s, and oh my god, Predator Ooze just goes insane.
It's pretty...
Geist is even more of a bitch to kill now.
Pretty...
You kill him and he comes back.
It's so good. Counterflex... How does that work, by the way, before I get a Counterflex? When you sack... Let's see here. When you sack... oh, yeah, so you would sack it, it would get the counter, and then you double the counter up. Oh, my god.
Yeah. Anything that puts a counter on it. So, even... I think, is it just +1? I think it is just +1.
Yeah, it's just +1, so you get another +1.
Yeah, well, I mean... It's... And it's a... Not just that. It's a 4/4/4. 4/4/4.
Yeah.
Which is never to be shunned.
And you can put counters on him somehow. Play what is there any other cards? Doesn't Karaz the Guild Mage put counters on shit?
I can't remember. Yeah, no. Yeah, she could.
Oh no, she gives. Yeah, gotcha.
It's +1/+1, but as a counter until end of turn and intimidate, and then it's sacrifice and make that many sacrifices, which I don't really like.
All right, Counterflex is the next card. This card's a shit cancel.
Can't be countered. What's a surprise?
A counter that can't be countered seems...
No,
I was going to make the joke and say seems counterintuitive just to add the extra counter, but that didn't make sense, so I'm not going to even do that.
Yeah, he said it anyway, we got it out there.
Its
overload cost is as if they just put it on and they realize it doesn't do anything.
It does. It counters all cards on the stack.
Yeah, but no one's going to play on the stack unless it's you.
Well, what it is, it's
play something after you play Counterflux in response because it can't be countered.
Well, I picture the world it'd be like in some sort of mirror match with blue-red, and it's like I kill this creature. It's like no, I counter that. Like no, I counter that counter. It's like overload. You can't do anything. That's about it.
If you play Counterflux and it's the first, if it's just after their spell, there is no need to overload. Unless somebody, for some reason, just...
Well, once you cast it, you can't do the overload, so...
Grape Shot in Modern, it will destroy that. Because it just goes stack, and then you just go overload, destroy all the stack.
In response to your overload, I'll do that Sundial of the Infinite. Bam.
Can it counter it? Because it can't be countered by spells or abilities.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the thing. That's why I thought Overload was pretty stupid in Standard. But in Storm, I guess it is in Modern Storm, it will destroy it, I feel. If I'm getting it right, which I might not be, but I feel like I might be. I
feel like there's some asshole at home that's like, oh, this goes great in my counter EDH deck.
Just one of.
Exactly.
Because that's what you need in EDH.
That's what you need is dick cards to be abusive to everybody and then have them punch you in the face after you use it.
Let me just have a look at Storm. Storm Cascade. Cascade. Irritate.
Well, that counters Cascade, I guess, right? Because it's on the stack.
I can see it played in Modern, but Standard is pretty shit. Increase a copy of the spell for each spell played before in the current turn. So, Storm, which is abused with Grape Shot, which is 2 cost, deals 1 damage with Storm. It will destroy that completely. I can see it being played in Modern, and it's annoying because I'm like my favourite decks in Modern. But Standard, I don't think the overload cost holds any reasoning. Yeah,
it doesn't. Unless you're playing the mirror match and like you side it in, and also, it does one thing for you. What was that?
The only reason it's so rare is because it can't be counted by spells or abilities, and they needed 1 for each thing.
They got lazy. They got lazy with that one for sure.
Yeah.
They could have got a way better one. Detention Sphere, another white-blue card that you might not like.
Daisho mentioned this yesterday.
Oh, did he? He liked it?
Yeah, he says it's good, but not great. It's basically, the name escapes me, mixed with Oblivion Ring. What's the black-green card? Maelstrom Pulse?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I saw that on Twitter. Yeah, he was talking about that.
Maelstrom Pulse is better.
This card's beating in draft, but other than that, this...
it's not.
Not amazing.
It won't do that well in draft.
Because
it's same name as that permanent. and there's not going to be that much.
Well, no, but it's just going to remove something. You know, it's removal. It's like O-Ring. They got an O-Ring for draft.
It's basically just going to be Oblivion Ring in draft.
And it's pretty hard to get O-Ring now in draft anyway.
That's just going to annoy the shit out of zombies. Like, the fucking stink out of any zombie deck. No Drills Messengers for you.
Oh, don't worry, because see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Abrupt Decay, and then I'm going to get them all back, and you're going to lose 6 life, so it's all good. Dreadbore, great removal. Everybody likes this card. But that said, it is more of a sideboard card in Standard than something that you would actually main deck. Well, but it's a sweet sideboard card.
It's a destroy target creature, which is always good for 2.
That's always good, but I feel like they rather have removal, like Tragic Slip and
yeah. I'd rather it was uncommon and didn't say Planeswalker and was instant. I wish they just reprinted Terminator. Well, I'm just going to put it out there.
I think a lot of people wish they just reprinted Terminate instead, but this card still, for what it does, you can't get no better than that, really.
Am I the only one who thinks there's a ton of rares in the format? Cards that really don't think that they would be rares are rares. Golgari's got a fuck ton.
I think what they're doing is just showing you all the sweet cards first, so you don't get disappointed by the commons.
There's just so many though. There's scrolling up. There's tons in each section, and they're like, that could have easily been an uncommon. That could have easily been a common. You know, it was like.
Come on, what are they going to reveal? Really, a 1/1 fucking vanilla 1-drop, or some like Dreadbore?
Yeah.
Today on the reveal,
good cards, but there's a lot of good rares, a lot more than I thought there would be.
Oh yeah, well it's Ravnica. The land of Ravnica is always something amazing because it's the one set where they can just pile a shitload of words on a card.
It's going to cost me so much money because everything I want is rare. That's what's annoying me really.
Epic Experiment, which is pretty much the blue-red Genesis wave.
Yeah.
This card is so-so. It's on the so-so scale for me.
Oh, I see now. There we go. Let me scroll. Counterflux, Overload, Epic Experiment. There you go.
Oh my god. I think this card's pretty cool. But
that makes sense.
Like, if they were reprinting Prophetic Bolt, then you play this for 5 and hope to get, 5 Prophetic Bolts. Or 4 Prophetic Bolts, excuse me. And just, bam, win the game.
That's another Modern card that will get played in Modern, I feel.
Another Modern card that will get played in Modern. Good analysis there, Lazor.
Yeah, I was just summing up basically what I said before. Just saying.
This is a quick mention. Goblin Electromancer. Goblins are dipping in the blue now, which is pretty funny. And this guy's pretty good.
How did goblins become wizards? Don't seem good.
I feel like in order for a goblin to dip into any color, it has to have some sort of effect that is very goblin-y. And your instants and sorcery spells costing 1 less, I feel, is something that a goblin could possess. Yeah, exactly. You're cheating the system. He's being a dick. That's what goblins are. They're dicks.
It reminds me of Thalia. So much. But it's anti-Thalia.
And side that in against Thalia. That'd be pretty funny.
And Thalia pisses me off at the moment. But I don't play blue-red either, so I'm not happy either way.
Havoc Festival. This card is weird.
Cost 6.
It costs 6. Players can't gain life, so I feel like you'd like that part of the card.
Players can't gain life, which makes it a good sideboard card. However, I feel in Rakdos by turn 6 you can kill them.
Exactly.
Before that, I mean...
This seems like it could be a get-out-of-jail card, too, because maybe you're having a bad draw, and you just have, an army of guys, but you can't get in there, so you're like, fuck it, play this, and half their life total goes down.
You do need to take into note that it says each player's upkeep, that player loses half of his life.
Hey, if you're black-red, I don't think you care about losing half your life. You probably might have burn spells that you might draw.
Yeah, but if you're playing Rakdos, you kind of do, since most of the time you're attacking and not blocking because of Unleash. So you're already going to be down pretty low by the time that you drop that 10-6.
I'll give you that. Hypersonic Dragon is very cute. It has haste, which is very relevant. That's pretty good. A 4/4. It's amazing how many dragons are so much better than Volcanic Dragon. This guy is a 4/4 flying haste for 5. Not 6, 5, and your sorcery spells are flash.
What's that sorcery I was on about earlier? That wasn't Dreadball.
Yeah, so you can play this and your Dreadbore will become an instant now.
Visium Mortars becomes instant. Visium Mortars.
Yep, a lot of good cards become instants. Alright, so next card. Let's see, we're on Dragon. Dragon, you have
Supreme.
It's very Supreme, yeah, that card's good.
One sec, I'm not looking at it right now. We'll Facebook.
It's a good card. I don't think it sees a whole lot of play.
It's one of the few cards that we've seen so far that is actually not terribly priced for Sphere, I guess. I mean, 6 cost 6/4 is pretty good, unlike that 7 cost 5 something.
Yeah. I think it's too big for what it does, though.
It's really fucking annoying, that's what it does.
Yeah, you gotta be wary of attacking in, but because it's a 6 cost, if you're in an aggressive deck, you could care less about that.
That's plummets in my sideboard.
Izzet Charm is going to see a lot of play. You're going to be annoyed by this card because it's going to be very popular.
It's a good card. I don't get annoyed to let every single card pop, feel it to believe.
I just say it for the counters. Like, if you don't like counters, you're not going to like this card because people are going to be snapcasting into this a lot.
Yeah, luckily not that many people have snapcasters where I am, which is nice.
Lucky. God, I would love to play at your store because my store is ridiculous. They play whatever the top deck is. Like
anyone who plays like Del, I guess, immediately shunned. That is the thing. We're very jokey where we are.
We got a lot of good players at our store. They like to play good cards, and you know, I don't really care because it's good practice, and I'm always in a good position because I'm always playing decks that they don't see too much. So. Yeah. Gerard Golgari Lichlord, finally, the card that we both love. I already have 2 of these. Looking over my green-black zombie brew, I don't know if I do actually want to play this guy, but this guy is really sweet for that deck.
I've got 4 planned for mine, not because of him, for his 3-cost ability. Sacrifice another creature. Each opponent loses life equal to it.
It's so good with, like, Duralis Messengers and Grave Crawlers and all that crap.
It's going to work really well in my double token deck. No, double counter, not token. I always say token. Double counter deck, because I can just, even if I can't get in, I can just use Jared's ability and wreck you.
Yeah, and the best thing is that it's not target, so they can't sideboard in Witchbane Orbs against you or anything. It's just...
Two-headed giant.
Exactly. Each opponent... Oh my god, 200 Giant, so saucy! God, why couldn't they print that card in fucking Duels of the Planeswalker for the DLC? That card would just be such a wrecker.
Oh, Jesus. I've been playing that deck all day, which I will do anyway.
Gerard's Orders. This is a good card. You like this card, right?
It's a fucking rare, though.
It's a rare, but it does what it's supposed... Considering what we have in the format now, which is Scavenge and Grave Crawlers, it's really good. I'd play this and get a Messenger and a Grave Crawler in the graveyard.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's really good.
I could get Corpse Jack Madness and a Grave Crawler all day.
Lot Lift Troll. This guy is such a badass mofo. It's so good.
It's too strong.
Zombie Troll, which is the best. It could have just said Troll, right? It could have just said Troll, and it would have been worse. But because it says Zombie, it makes it so much better.
I'd say it's too strong for the format, but there's half a card that's poking through the bottom, which is definitely too strong for the format, so I can't really compare it. Which is Smiter.
Smiter, yes. We're going to talk about him now. The 1 green white 4/4. Now, it depends on if discarding really does become a thing. And, of course, you got to discard them.
In the end of the day, it's a 3-cost 4/4 at its worst.
I'll give you that. It rounds out the curve. Like, if you're a green-white dude deck, you're playing Rancor, you're slapping it on him, and then you're just getting in there.
Turn 1, Forest. Avacyn's Pilgrim. Turn 2, Loxton Smiter.
Oh, my God. That's unfair.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as I saw that printed, because I know a guy who plays green-white, and it's full of just really good green cards, really good white cards, and it just works because of that. Restoration Angel, Thraktos, Talia.
Yeah.
He's looking for a 3-drop, and I was just talking about it, and he was like, I know what I'm getting 4 of, and I was like, I know what I'm going to get fucked by.
Just going to have to, let's see, your Augur or whatever, that fucking +4, -4, whatever you call it.
Yep.
You're just going to have to play more of those.
Like I say, there's a card, at least there's a card per thing that seems to counter that so far. Augur and Abrupt Decay, these seem to do it.
Mercurial Chemistr. That card's really good.
I can't see it, so explain it.
It is a 5 cost for 3 island and a mountain. 2/3 human wizard. For an island, you tap it, you draw 2 cards. For a mountain, you discard a card, and he deals damage to target creature equal to that discarded card's converted mana cost.
Wow, that's pretty nice.
Pretty good. I wish it did it to the face. It'd be much better.
As long as it's a tap ability, right? They're not.
It's a tab ability.
Thank God.
And it only does it to creatures, which kind of blows. But drawing 2 cards for 1 blue is really...
You don't use the red ability. Like, unless you're really under heavy threat, you don't need to play
the red ability is not that bad either. You're killing some of them. But yeah, you're drawing 2 cards all the time.
3 cards a turn. And when you're playing red-blue, which has Nigmas, which is the next card, suspiciously enough.
Traco Genius. This guy is a million times better than the old Niv Mizzet, and old Niv Mizzet was good.
By the way, Draco Genius is the worst title I've ever heard in
yes.
ever.
Yes.
Put that out there. Dragon Genius, really? You can't think of anything better than that?
I feel like they didn't want to use Dragon Genius because in the future, when they do make him a Planeswalker, it's going to say Niv Mizzet, the Dragon Genius.
So we'll put Draco instead. No one will know it.
We'll make it short. He seems kind of like cool and hip. Like, oh, I'm gonna shorten my name up, Twitter style. You couldn't fit Dragon Genius in 140 characters. Had to be Traco Genius.
Niv Mizzet, Traco Genius, obviously.
This guy is way better than the old Niv Mizzet.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
You could swing in, draw a card. You could deal damage to it, something, draw a card. Doesn't have to tap. Very aggressive.
And it's still a 5 cost, 6 drop. I mean, 6 cost.
6 cost, 5/5. Still good. Yeah. Definitely in draft, it's a beating. If somebody slams this down, you're losing. If you slam this down and they untap, you're losing. It's game over.
There's not much removal to deal with it.
Hey!
Thinking of it. It's just straight up removal.
Yeah. Pretty much. This next card pretty much says, hey, you get to play your Loxodon Smiter for free.
Exactly. I was like, oh, Rakdos Return is so cool.
Yeah.
Play Rakdos. Loxodon Smiter the next day. Well, fuck that shit.
Pretty much. It's good in draft. A lot of these rares are pretty much great in draft. This card is still... Yeah, this card is still good. But if you're playing against green-white, then you obviously have to take it out.
You know what's better? Lightning. You know what they should have reprinted?
Lightning.
Yeah.
It's still good, though. I mean, I like it. I'll still play it.
I don't think it's efficient enough to be a method.
Slaughter games.
Oh, let me scroll that down. We didn't actually talk about rigs, but it's really nice. Slaughter games is... The Rakdos can't be countered.
Yes.
That's bad.
You don't like slaughter games?
Yes, I do not like slaughter games.
It's a great sideboard card, that's for sure. But it's very, for what Rakdos is, for being aggressive, not an aggressive card.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to fit with Rakdos. I think it'd be better in like white, or just mono black.
If, yeah, in the next set where they do blue-black or whatever,
yeah.
Like, this is a blue-black card for sure.
I think with this and the red-blue can't be counter card, they kind of let it down a little bit. I feel like, in comparison to the other ones that we've seen, that's pretty shit.
We're close to that other one. Sphinx Revelation, this card is amazing. I don't know if it's up there yet.
Can't see it, yeah.
It's a instant.
Oh, in fact, no, I've got it.
Okay.
It's opposite to Rakdos thing.
Gain X life, draw X cards for 2 islands, a plains, and X instant. That's the best part about the card, is that it's an instant.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of how much you would cast it for it to become worth. It's going to be 6 or 7, right?
No, because the card, drawing the card is relevant. So casting it for 5 is good enough.
Well, 5, Jason Ingenuity is better. Because that's 3 for 5 at instant.
Yeah. Oh, well, we're talking about...
It becomes a mythic.
Well, mostly in standard, I think this card's...
I don't think it's going to get playing standard.
If you notice, cards that have life gain as the throw-in ability, like Thragtusk and Blood Artist... Well, Blood Artist is all about... Well, no, yeah, it's kind of like a throw-in anyway. But when it's not the main mechanic of the card, it's a good card. But when it's the main mechanic of the card, it's pretty horrible.
I think they only did it for X Life and draw cards instead of just draw cards.
Yeah.
Because it's blue-white.
Yeah. This card's good, though. Supreme Verdict.
OP.
This
is really good.
it's not OP, but it for Delver, it got a mass removal, but it doesn't hose zombies, thank God. They could have made this a mythic and said exile all creatures, and I would have just been crying.
It's what white's going to be lacking after the rotation, so...
It's a Wrath of God in blue, and it can't be countered.
Seems pretty cool. I like the drawing as well. I'm a big fan of concept that they do, but I really like that. I don't like that I'll be keeping an eye out for it in my FNM, because blue Selesnya, isn't that blue-white? Selesnya is green-white.
Selesnya is green-white. Lazor is blue-white.
Selesnya are like the most picked at mine.
Mm-hmm.
So
I have to watch out.
To keep an eye out for it. But luckily Predators doesn't die to it, so...
Yep, because it's a destroy, not a neg-neg. So you luck out on that. Tristani, Selesnya's voice. This shouldn't be a mythic, you said?
Yeah.
It's a 2/5 with a populate for tap and 3 mana. And whenever another creature enters the battlefield under control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. So it's like a Healer of the Pride.
At the moment, I don't think it's worthy of the mythic, but they haven't released everything yet, and looking at it, it could actually be really dangerous.
The tap populate, I think, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the dangerous bit.
Yeah, just get a bunch of guys. I love this Planeswalker.
Yeah, it's just looking at these two side by side, and they're both mythics.
See, that's why you say it should be a mythic, because the other one is definitely worthy of being a mythic. Froska the Unseen, just a badass bitch right there. It's so good.
It's like pre-order, which is generally cheaper than it will be. It's already like £25, which is like $30.
Wow.
It's
when
a
you
$30 card already.
when you +1 it, they'll never attack it.
Yes.
And
they'll
then
attack it with not worthy cards, which are going to be 1/1s or 2/1s or 2/2s or whatever. So they're not going to be really doing much damage in Vraska anyway.
I love the art of the card, the flavor text. The next 7 is just so freaking cool, and then it starts with 5 counters, so you'll get the next 7. I think what it is they realize that the next 7 ability, although it will win you the game, I don't see too many scenarios where it actually will win you the game, considering, if you're playing standard. If you're playing limited, then you drop this, you win. But
3 is good enough to win the game.
Exactly. Like, you don't even need to use it to pump up to the next 7. You just want to keep using that next 3 over and over and over.
It destroy target non-land permanent. It's just insane.
Very, very relevant.
Play Rajani, do it.
I dare you.
Watch me care.
She shits on all other Planeswalkers.
That's what she does. And she's a Gorgon, according to the story, which is cool. I like Gorgons.
Gorgons, relevant. Play this, go into your, the 6-drop Gorgon that fucking sucks.
I like fucking Zathrid. She's a bomb disposal unit. That's a nickname for me.
I was playing her in draft today, and boy, it's so fun to play her in draft, because your opponent will not play anything for the next 7 or 8 turns.
It is fantastic in draft. I've seen it played in draft a lot. But even I play in standard. I play it as a sideboard card in standard because it's a bomb disposal unit.
Yeah.
Run a bomb heavy deck, see how I care.
It's good. I could get her out on turn 4, but she doesn't really see a fit in my Heartless Summoning deck, because I'm not...
Yeah.
It's not if I was playing blue-black, Maybe, because that's a control, but... Wayfaring Temple. Yeah, that's a guy.
So that's a rare for 3 mana.
That's a rare for 3 mana. You know what else is a rare for 3 mana?
Let's scroll it. What else? Oh, Lux and Smite is
yeah, so that's probably not going to see play at all. Cryptborn Horror is a dude that is pretty cool.
And if you pick Rakdos at your pre-release, you get a full art one, I think.
Yeah, it's a game day promo, exactly.
Jesus.
I love, it's kind of like reverse Bloodthirst, in a sense. Or no, it's Bloodthirst X. That's what it is.
I'll go for this as well. I think it fits Rakdos perfectly. You'll never play it 10-3, but it's pretty good.
Growing Ranks, another good green-white enchantment, but will not see play.
Yeah, will not see the light of day. I like that split mana. I really enjoyed the cards that split mana. We just saw 3 in a row, actually, and a couple more coming up, but...
This next card is quite possibly the worst card ever printed. Niv Magus Elemental.
You kidding me?
I don't like this card.
Oh, wow.
I don't.
You could run it in Rakdos.
My problem with this card is the fact that aren't you playing an instant or sorcery spell to play it to get the ability off of it? Why would you want to exile it?
Because you play in Rakdos.
I don't know, man.
It's a split blue-red, so you can just always play red, and you can just exile Flashback Burn, and it will go to town.
Well, you're exiling it, so you can't flashback it.
Yeah. But I mean, just in general. I forgot about that. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's the most kind of brilliant.
God. My opinion of it, I just think it's terrible. Unless I see some crazy build, I really just don't like this card whatsoever. Chromatic Lantern.
It looked really, really good when it was first shown.
Yeah.
And then like 2 days later I just went off it, and I just realised it's going to get no play at all because of the amount of dual ones that are going to be in the format.
I feel like I got the same giddiness I did when I saw Somberwald Sage for the first time. And then I realized, wait a minute, Somberwald Sage is just going to get gut shotted every time. Which it might actually go up in price now that gut shot is going to rotate out. It might actually see some play. But Lantern, it's good. It's great in draft because now you can splash colors easily.
Definitely great in draft, yeah.
I don't know if it's going to see play outside of that.
Well, there's a gate. There's a gate which is dual land. And then there's a Ravnica original dual lands. And then there's the ones that are from M13, and the ones that are from Innistrad. For Golgari alone, just saying.
Yeah.
You could have you could play any land and be fine with that. That's better if you don't spend so much money on Magic. You could easily just buy 4 of them instead of a ton of dual lands.
Yeah. Grove of the Guardian real quick. That card's stupid.
What, the 8/8 thing?
The 8/8 land producer?
Oh, I actually meant to read that yesterday. I needed to check something.
Oh, it sacrifices itself, if that's what you mean.
No.
Okay.
It is a token. Oh, that's bullshit.
It already has vigilance, so you don't gotta worry about intangible virtue.
I was like, if that's a token, that's BS.
Oh, you mean your Parallel Lives guy?
God.
Populate, get 2 8/8 guys.
With vigilance.
With vigilance. I think it'd be more relevant if it had trample.
It doesn't matter, it's in green.
Are there any cards you're looking forward to?
What, that don't exist? No, there's quite a lot.
I'm gonna refresh this just in case there's any new cards up here. Nope, no new cards. Any like cards in specific?
To Corpse Jack Manus.
That guy is a beating.
I could run a deck with just him for him, but I'm going to be running Jared's as well. So
yeah.
Lost Troll's really good, but I can't find room for it yet, and I know it's just going to be so stupidly expensive. It's just going to be Gravecrawler.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to get all 4 of them by the weekend, I know, for sure. And I'm not going to pay for them, I'm going to trade for them, because I know a lot of people are going to be having them. Captain, Precinct Captain is awesome, I want him really bad. I don't know what deck I'm going to make, but I just want Precinct Captain. I think it's a cool card. And for draft, I think cards like Ogre Jailbreaker which is the defender that
defender, yeah.
the 4/4, but it can attack if you control a gate. It's almost like that one tree folk dude in Avacyn Restored. That if you pair him up, he can attack. I can't wait to play cards like those, and then everybody oh, you shouldn't play those cards are bad, and then I fucking shit on them.
I knew those cards were good when they were put in.
Yeah.
Soulbound was really decent.
What's the best guild so far?
Best guild?
Yeah.
What do you think, like, overall, as in...
So far, from what you've seen, what guild contains the better card power?
I think they've released more Golgari than anything else. So I'd just say Golgari.
Golgari, yeah, I agree. Golgari's up there. I think
there's more Golgari here, I feel.
I think Niv Mizzet is going to get underrated.
It's going to get fuck all because Niv Mizzet is just really, really strong. Mizzet is strong in general, so they're probably not going to give it that much. Because they don't want it to be really, really strong, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they don't, because blue-red... You could get a blue-white card, and it could be strong. Green-white could be strong. Blue-red, I think those color combinations, you could really get something that's OP and dramatic. Really good.
What do you think of Detain? I think it's shit.
Detain is a good mechanic for draft, but that's about it. Detain, I think blue-white really got hosed on their...
What do you think's the best, guild, mechanic?
The best guild mechanic... I think it's a toss-up between Scavenge and Unleash.
Yeah.
Anytime you could put a +1/+1 counter on something is awesome, regardless if it could block. Like Grim Rustabout, the Skeleton Warrior, that guy's awesome.
That guy's so much worse with a +1 though.
But you give him he don't need the block. He can just be very, very aggressive. That's it.
But now it's regenerate that's the thing with all the Rakdos though. Anything that gets unleashed, it's like it hurts you in one way but helps you in another.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I wrote about earlier. Except for Chaos Imps. That just gets so much more from having unleashed.
Exactly. Chaos Imps is amazing. That hoses tokens.
By the way, the little goblins that are running around in Izza are going to be annoying as shit when they're on the field. Like Gutter Snipe and Pyro Converge.
Gutter, oh man, I like that card a lot too, Gutter Snipe.
I don't like getting pinged every time you do something.
Every time I play, let me see, where is it? Gutter Snipe. It's in red, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just like Goblin Battle Jester, which is also a very underrated card. I mean, this one's not that underrated, but Battle Jester in M13 draft, if you can have multiple of that guy, you're winning the game. On the field, just this guy doesn't block, this guy doesn't block. Kill this creature. This one is pretty much just like that guy, but it's cheaper, and you can just deal 2 damage to each opponent. Not target opponent, each opponent.
Yeah, when I said that Storm was going to get a little bit hurt from those other cards, I mean, I don't think Storm needs Gutter Snipe, but it really will do work with that mechanic, which I basically have a standard Storm, which doesn't actually use a Storm mechanic, but it's similar. And that Gutter Snipe could just smash my opponent, for at least 10 in one turn.
Yeah. Do you have any DLC news?
It's not out yet.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
They haven't said anything about it. The only thing they said was the 1st September, and all they did is confirm its existence.
Pretty much.
There's 5 decks. They haven't even said anything about them.
I read some sort of article that said that they're going to announce it tomorrow.
It'll be out by the end of September. They said that in the World Cup commentary.
Yeah.
They said September.
I think it comes out next week, because they said, I heard something that they're going to announce it, the more details on it tomorrow. And more details, what more details can they give us, really?
The deck list, they haven't given us that officially yet.
An official deck list, but if it's just an official deck list, I'm going to go over to Seattle and bitch slap one of them. Just give me the release date already.
I hope they give us the official deck list, because it has been 5 months. I'll return to Ravnica, practicing, I guess. Not practicing, choosing what's OP and what's not.
The community is in pain. Yeah, the community is in pain right now, because we all want to release videos there like, oh, here's how I'm going to be running my deck out the gate from day one, but you don't want to look like a dick, too, if they change shit up.
Yeah, I'm not going to make any videos like that. like for the first 2 weeks. I'm just not going to make any debt list videos.
Are you live streaming the release?
I'll probably live stream on that day.
Yeah. I'll put your live stream.
Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
So
It'll be...
Wednesday's off.
Lucky you. So it's going to be like Tuesday, like midnight, so it's going to be like Wednesday, 4 a.m., probably like 9 a.m. your time.
It usually hits 11.
11?
Release on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
So I'll probably stream all afternoon.
Oh, yeah. And I'll have nothing better to do. Fucking work is starting to dry up for me, so I'm probably going to be like out of the gate with some DLC shit. So there's the podcast, guys. We talked for about an hour and 30 minutes. I might have to clean this up and really like try to get it to an hour 15 because this is really long. But yeah, any last words, Lazor? Anything you want to pump up? Funk Smiter? I'll put a link to his channel in the description. You guys are probably already subbed to him anyway. The link to his live stream, which more people need to check out because it's pretty fun. And yeah, you guys have a nice day. I'm Frizzy.
See you guys later.
Yeah, see you guys. Peace out.